Hello, this is Stephan from SK Mouthpieces in New York City. In today's video, I'm going to show you a refacing project of a modern Otto Link Super Tonemaster from the Babbitt Company. As you can see, it says choice of the world's greatest artists. It comes in the original packaging. For some reason it was open, but I think the store selling it just did a quality check on the mouthpiece. And it comes with this plastic cap that's pretty cool. It also has this little plastic piece in there to hold the ligature in place so it doesn't scratch the mouthpiece, I guess. And otherwise the mouthpiece looks really good. It's a 7 and it measures 100. So that's right on point. The facing, however, is slightly crooked. It's consistently off to the right side. It's a little longer on the right side, looking at it from this side here. That's not in itself a big problem, but as you will see, the table is really a problem. You can see that it hits here and then at the heel of the mouthpiece. So it's a concave table. But the problem here is, as you can see these lines, there are lines lengthwise. So that means that there's absolutely no way that you would really get a seal in this mouthpiece. I'm using these gauge points here to kind of anchor, to find out, just to make sure that I'm putting the new table on accurately. It's still anchored. So the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to shape the tip rail, and there's a lot of shaping that needs to happen on this mouthpiece here. So the first thing is the tip rail. And I'm just putting some rough numbers on here, doing a little bit of pre-facing work here with 400 grit sandpaper to get it in the ballpark of where I want it. Shaping, the side rails are super wide. The tip came down to 97 thousandths of an inch. And then the next thing I'm looking at is the baffle. And having a thin tip, a file like this, you can see that there's a line behind the tip rail, and that's just too high. That's true for any kind of baffle. You don't want to go above a certain line. Here you can see I want to narrow down the side rails because they're really wide. So I'm using this really big fat file for this work in the beginning. And I'm still doing a lot more work on the baffle here. I'm kind of skipping in it. I mean, this is literally hours in on this mouthpiece here. This particular design really takes up a lot of work. Still working on the baffle. And here I'm sanding it down. I want to polish it up, sand it down so I get the file marks out, and then I'm going to polish it up. Sometimes I have to come back and work on that later on in the mouthpiece when other things move as I adjust it. But I usually polish it up just because it's easier for me to see what it is that I'm working with when it's shiny. So now I'm going to 800 grit sandpaper, and I reface the mouthpiece one more time. And I'm finding these little spots here and there that are still uneven. And this is a process that I do several times. First I start with 400 grit sandpaper mostly. I don't go any coarser than that. And then I go to 800 grit, 1500, 2000, sometimes 3000, 5000, 7000 as well. Or very often I do that. You can see the numbers are starting to line up now a little better. After putting a lot more time on this mouthpiece, it's finally done. It's a 100 opening, marked with my logo, and it's ready to go. So thanks so much for watching this video. If you have a mouthpiece you would like to have refaced, you can contact me through the link in the description field below. If you enjoyed this video, please click subscribe, hit the bell button as well, so that you get notifications for upcoming videos. Also, if you go to my website, you can have a look at my own mouthpieces that I have for sale. So please check that out if you're in the market for a new mouthpiece. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there. I'll see you next week. Bye.